Welcome to the second part of the Glocalities webinar. My name is Roel Schoenmaker and I advise organizations about how to resonate with audiences. In the first part, our research director Martijn Lampert and I explored key socio-cultural trends from our Global Values Research program. In this second part, we are excited to introduce our AI communications tool. We built and trained the tool on more than 10 years of Glocalities survey data from tens of countries around the globe. With this AI communications tool, we can support you in creating, reviewing and optimizing narratives and messaging. All of this without conducting costly news surveys.
So how does it work? Roel already told you about all these topics that we have available. And I think the unique point is that we have it available not in biased LLM models, but in representative survey data for a lot of countries, which is very important to be able to navigate all these spectra and dimensions that you have in the research. So what we have in a nutshell is we have the Glocalities research depth on the one hand, and we have AI speed on the other hand. And that enables us to train, and of course within a secure IT environment, and fully respecting GDPR, because we are a Dutch-based research agency, and we don't have any personal information. We only have like survey responses from people, and we analyze that in an aggregated way. And so I want to stress that we comply to the highest research standards for that. And with this tool, we can help create, review and optimize communications narratives and messaging to very specific audiences. But there are other dimensions on which you can unite people. And that is in commercial communications the case, and also for NGOs and for governments. So in a nutshell, how does the flow work? And I'm going to present it later on in practice. So we have, of course, we need to know the context. Are you operating in Sweden, and are you focusing on human rights? And what is your history? Or are you operating in South Africa and you're focusing on this topic? Or are you focusing on clean water? Or do you want to grow your business in the US with an insurance company? So we need that context and we need to understand your audience and mission. So this is the intake. Then we have a consultancy session with the data, and I'll show you how it works. Then immediately it does the analysis, it provides insights and recommendations. So in the intake, it starts with the audience, because that is what you need to connect with. If you want anything done in this world, you need to connect with the people. Whether you're a company or an NGO, you need to meet people where they are. So you need to have a very clear vision on the people that you want to work with, and otherwise we can help with that. Then we can review, test and optimize your previous communications, because then you can also see where you come from and what could be done better if you want to grow amongst young males or in a specific country. We can test those concepts, ideas, campaign messages. Then we do the analysis with the tool. We can align it and find out about the hidden archetypes that you are maybe unconsciously communicating. And then we have consultancy-ready outputs and recommendations. And I want to show it now, because how it works is that we have the countries, we can select it, and then we can use the tool. And I'm going to share now another screen, so I can show you the tool in action.
We've chosen for a premium e-bike, Van Moof, a very Dutch product. They had some difficulties. I must say that the e-bike industry facing some difficulties, but they are moving up again. And we looked in this particular case to the German market, and we looked for young men, younger than 45, who are living in an urban area. And why? Because this is the target reach for, let's say, the kind of bikes Van Moof makes. They're really urban e-bikes. And we not only looked at, okay, what kind of people are they? But then we also tested some of their campaign material. And now let's see what the AI tool based on Glocalities data.
Yeah. And what I will do now is, so I will show you how we can tailor this AI tool to any audience that you are focusing on in any country that you are focusing on. So here we have the Glocalities Insights application, where I can select countries. And it depends on which wave of field work, but throughout the time we have embedded 65 countries. But now I'm focusing on one country. So we're going to do this within Germany. So I'm going to select Germany in both the target group and the reference group. Now we're going to make this journey within Germany. And within Germany, we can choose and compose any audience. So we can focus on 18 to 44 years olds, and then males. And that is what Roel was saying. And then if I start this journey, it will create like the profile of these groups along all those 12 chapters of Glocalities. And then the next step is it will create a chatbot. So what I'm going to do now is I go directly to the AI tool and it's created based on this journey. And I'm going to show you the results of a prompt. And this is the prompt. So how can this data tool be used for testing communication concepts? And we're going to show you later on how that works for Van Moof, this e-bike producer, while demonstrating, because that's what we want to do now, the Glocalities audience data-led framework that this tool is based on. And it will describe the step-by-step plan for doing this testing, this reviewing. So it first helps you define the target audience, and you've seen that. And those are the urban males. This is the chatbot that is created, that we use in our consultancy sessions, to identify the relevant value segments and demographic filters. Then it extracts the profile, just like I showed you for the Democrats and the Republicans, on trends, on archetypes, on sustainability attitudes, all of it. And it will highlight the media consumption patterns. And then it helps us develop hypotheses and create communication concepts based on the data, on the representative data. So what we will do, and I will show you that in a minute. So there's a concept that they already have launched that we're going to show the fit with. And so this is what this tool can do. It can test concepts. So I'm going down now, and now here is the concept that we're testing. So I say I want you to test and review the following campaign header for the target audience embedded. And here it says, so it presents the new S6 series of Van Moof, and the campaign text is "Ride like no other." It's our ultimate e-bike built for total harmony between the rider and the road. Meet the S6 series, the culmination of 5 generations and 11 years of e-bike innovation. And now the tools will find out which archetypes are under this, and which trends and values, and which and where you have less fit. So here you see already it says, well, we have the uniqueness and the exclusive part. We have the performance part in this. We have the harmony part with this. And we will show how it resonates with the audience. And we have the heritage part of this. And now it looks at the fit of the trends and the group, the target group. So it's high in ambition and achievement, strong status oriented, and here you see the numbers behind it. Lower emphasis on family tradition. It's high tech and innovation appeal, and you see the differences. It's rooted in the data, and we have trained the tool to be very strict in this. It should be large differences, otherwise it cannot work with it. And we have also said that you need to triangulate, never rely on one data point only, but if multiple data points point in the same direction, you can work with it. And otherwise it's a no-go. So then it comes to a conclusion. So what we have just seen is that there is a fit. Sorry, I'm going to the fit assessment. This is important. So the positive fit is with the innovation heritage. You already saw it. It's challengers, achievers, and the ultimate bike experience, owning the ultimate signal success, works. Ride like no other, taps into their desire for uniqueness. Harmony between rider and road connects to the explorer archetype that we know is present among this audience. But there are some weaknesses also, and this is why you can learn. And you can learn also from just testing your previous communications with our tool. And then based on these recommendations, of course, we can go further and we can say, well, let's test 3 alternative headline options against the original one. And then co-create in creating a message that fits the audience better. The wrap-up of our messages, the world is changing for a lot. And we need to be able to meet people where they are in a turbulent environment, whether we are in commerce, whether we are in NGO world, whether we are in think tanks, whether we are working with governments. It's very important to keep people in a positive way aligned and tap into the potential of growth. Growth in business, growth in donations, growth in engagement. That's very important for organizations to have leverage and be the change makers and be the catalysts. So based on representative audience data, we offer companies and NGOs the potential to optimize and create communications and strategies just like we demonstrated. Just briefly, we can do that, of course, very in depth with you and your colleagues, without the need for conducting new surveys. Of course, we love to conduct new surveys, and we do that every year, and you can imagine questions. But for doing this already, this is a major step. We can utilize the data that we have and take into account values and cultural differences very precisely in unprecedented ways with immediate and hands-on recommendations.